It's time for another edition of SIRE TV, Success in Real Estate, with your host, Robert Burke. Join Robert and his guests, some of the country's leading experts on real estate investing, as they show you how you can purchase properties tens of thousands of dollars below true market value. So whether you are looking for your personal dream house, a fantastic rental property, or you want to buy, fix up, and resell for profit, this is the show for you. Robert will also share his amazing networks of lenders who are loaning on real estate all across the country. Your financial success is just around the corner. And now, the host of the Success in Real Estate program, Robert Burke.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the SIRE TV program. We're glad that you are here. We're going to have a great show for you. We've got some good guests. We're going to be very informative. I want you to know right off the start that our show is basically not a one-trick pony. We're not just promoting one thing in this show. We want to promote a lot of different ways that you can make money in real estate. I'm a big believer in teamwork in making money in real estate, and I'm also a big believer that one size does not fit all. There are lots of different ways that you can do this. We will talk on this program in upcoming weeks about training programs to teach you how to invest in real estate. We'll talk to you about some passive ways that you can make money in real estate by investing in real estate mortgages, self-directed IRAs, lots of different ways. If you want to buy property to keep for rental property, just so many different ways that you can make money in real estate. If we're talking about something that doesn't really fit you, just hang in there. We're kind of like the Texas weather. We're going to change, we're going to talk about so many different things, and one of those will work for you. One of the things we want to focus on this show, though, is one thing that I'm really high on and I really like, and that is private lending. Now, it's been referred to kind of in the past, we've talked about it as hard money lending, but we're going to kind of change that. We're going to start talking about it and calling it private lending. And this is money that is available in your market for a real estate investor who's looking to get in this business, whether you're looking to get into it for the first time or you're looking to leverage your money. And we want to talk about that, and because of that, and the focus in the first part of this show is that, I have a very special guest with us this week. His name is Ben Cowling. He's with a company called Sherman Bridge, who's a private lender here in the Texas area. Ben, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you've been involved with private lending for quite some time. It wasn't really available when I first started, and a lot of people don't know it's out there. But what is the real benefit, and what do you guys do? How do you help an investor who's either wanting to get into this business or has been in it for a while?
Well, that's a great question. I would say we help them get their team in place to make an offer on a property. This market we're seeing right now, deals are going very fast. You want to make sure your finances are in place so when you find the house, you can move quickly. So by getting pre-approved, through Sherman or through a hard money lender or private money lender, then you have that power to make a firm offer on what you can buy. If you're not approved to go out and buy a Ferrari, per se, don't go look at Ferraris. Make sure you know your price point, what type of car or house you can buy, then get the loan for that.
Well, one of the questions that I always get from our viewers is, I've gone and I've talked with my bank, and I go in there and I take them a property that, let's say, is not a perfect property. It needs some work, maybe even needs foundation work, whatever. They're going to look at that with kind of this look on their face like, what are you talking about? So why are you guys so much better when it comes to those type of deals and in lending in those type of deals than your conventional financing that's been out there for so many years?
Well, traditional financing deals with a normal house that's picture perfect moving in, okay? The investor comes in because there's equity in that house to fix it up and make a margin on that. So private money will come in, help them lend the money to fix up that house, to then sell it, make a profit, and then do well, right? So they understand what you're doing. That's their ballpark. They know exactly what you're doing. They understand what you're doing. Nothing's tricky about it. They know what you're doing.
They understand
exactly.
The investor.
Exactly.
Basically. They know what you're going through because most of the private lenders out there have done real estate investing.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly. They know what you're doing, they know the exit strategy, and they can help you every step of the way to make sure you're successful.
Well, the other thing too is that you mentioned the banks and the conventional financing. You've got to have pretty much a perfect deal. And the fact of the matter is, in this business, to get a good deal on a property, you're usually not going to find a pristine, perfect property. There's some hiccups with it. There's some things that are wrong with it. And so you guys do understand that. The other thing that you guys do, which I think is great, you mentioned it very briefly, most of the private lenders that are out there that we deal with have a pre-approval process where you can go to them and they may run a credit check, do some basic information, and they'll come back to you and say, yeah, we'll do you a loan and we can go up to this amount. How does that work with you guys, and how does that work basically for most private lenders out there?
Most private lenders will make sure that you're qualified to buy a certain range of houses. So, you can, with confidence, go out there and find that home. And that's another big thing with, using private money is traditional banks are slow moving. There's lots of moving parts. It may take you a good month or two to close, but with using private money, you can close within 5 days and you can make a serious offer. They know that offer is light cash, that you can close quickly and you get a cheaper price than going through a large
and also,
decision.
these deals, if they're great deals, they're not going to hang around there very long. No. Sometimes hours. I mean, you've got to be able to make a decision. So if you've already been pre-approved from one of these private lenders, you've got the confidence to go out there and find a deal and know that you can put it under contract. And then most of these private lenders are also going to close a lot faster, like you said. And the other thing, too, I want to kind of touch on and have you tell our audience about that, is that not only the difference in the fact that you understand the properties and that these properties are going to have some blemishes to them, but also you're more concerned, a private lender is more concerned about the property and the value of the property than they are the individual, where the conventional lender is going to do the extreme credit checks and all that kind of stuff on the borrower. You're more concerned about the property, right?
Correct. If you find the deal, the money will be there. We will make sure to finance you to make sure you're successful. You just have to find the deal, that's it, and we'll back you.
And again, it goes with the deal itself. It's got to be a good deal, but if you bring it to a private lender, they're going to be able to help you. And I want to tell our audience too that if you will go to the SIRE.TV website, we have private lenders throughout the country. And we have a little form on our homepage that you can fill out where you are, where you're located, the area that you're looking for. You can even give us specifics about a deal, the type of funds that you're looking for. Just fill that out and send that to us. And then we basically have a network of private lenders around the country. And we will, if you're from California, if you're from New Orleans, if you're from Dallas, wherever you are, we will put you in contact with that private lender in that area, which is a very unique program that we have. So really just about anywhere in the country, if you're looking to do these deals, we have a private lender for you. And if we don't have one, we'll do our best to find someone for you. Ben, I appreciate you being on here, and it is so important, it's so nice what you guys bring to the table, because it hasn't always been there. It's a big change in the market to have these private lenders. You guys will close fast. You'll do the pre-approval process for the people. And the other thing, because we only have a few seconds here, but people are also concerned about fees and points. They feel like you're going to rip people off. That's really not true. That's a misconception.
No, we're helping you leverage your money, and you're going to get a cheaper deal, make more money in the long run.
And again, people come in and they think, well, I don't want to work with a lender like that because they're going to charge me these huge points and these huge interest rates, and so much of my profit goes to their fees. But you're really not that much more expensive than going the conventional route. You just have all the benefits of it without the disadvantages.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. Well, again, Ben, I appreciate you being on the show. I know we had you on last week. We'll probably have you on again. Private lending is very important. And again, for our listeners, our viewers, go to our website, SIRETV.tv. If you're looking for a private lender in your area, fill out that form, let us know. We'll put you in contact with somebody. We just have this network of lenders around the country who know what we do and we know what they do, and we'll recommend them to you. And it's a great way to get into this business. And you need to do it if you're looking for financing. It's so much better than going the conventional route. Again, Ben, appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
The SIRE TV program, brought to you in part by Appraisal Save, your half-price nationwide home appraisal service. Sherman Bridge, America's #1 rehab lender. National Real Estate Insurance Group, providing investors with the right coverage at the right time.
Welcome back, everybody. Glad that you were with us for that first part of our show with Ben and our private lending segment where we talked about that. It's something fantastic. It's a fantastic tool that's now available. And again, we have those lenders around the country. We want to kind of take a different tack. We want to talk to that person out there who really wants to learn this business from start to finish, I say from A to Z. And we have with us a special guest. He's been with us several times. He's with a company called the Real Alliance that's based here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And their main deal that they do is they hold classes, training seminars, teachings, basically to help people who want to learn this business. I mean, all the way from definition of terms to going to the title company and just anything that you want to do from A to Z. They're my kind of people because that's how I like to do this. And again, we have Matthew Elmer back from the Real Alliance.
Hey, thanks.
Welcome back, buddy. Good to have you here. Now, we had you on last week, and we had a lot of response because we had put together a special deal for our viewers where you have this program called REI
Core Audio Training.
Okay. Yeah. We have the logo of that up on the screen.
Sure.
And I also want people to take a look at, there's your fancy logo.
Yeah.
This is an audio training program that you have that people can go online and listen to. Let's give them, I want you to see kind of all the stuff. In the past, people have done these things on CDs and DVDs and that type of thing, and gives you an idea of all the material, the length and the depth of material that you have up there. I mean, look at that. This is what you're getting, but now, you know, this is 2014, so now you can go online and view this stuff.
Yeah, we use our phones and our iPods now to listen to stuff. You know, most people have a CD player in their car, but they don't use it, and so we made it where that actually is accessible to them anywhere and everywhere, any time of the day, any time of the night, and just at a click of a few buttons. So. Now,
the Real Alliance does these teaching and training programs. This REI Core program that you have, it basically is going to, I mean, it's a fairly complete type of course. You cover a lot of things in it. The other thing that you guys do, you do several different things, Real Alliance does. The other thing that you guys do that I love are these 3-day classes where people can come in, they can meet people, they get training. Those classes usually cost anywhere from $200 to $400.
Right.
This training program costs that, but for our listeners, for our viewers of our show, we've put together a special deal where you can get the entire program plus be able to come to one of these training programs absolutely free for $99.
Yeah, and we're going to let them bring a guest with them.
And can bring a guest. Yeah. I'm telling our viewers out there, you guys, this is something that you've got to take advantage of. I mean, you're not going to get this anywhere else. I was thinking on the drive into the studio this morning about years ago, these guys would have these training programs, you know, $400 or $500. You see these guys come into town and do these things. I mean, for $99, this is fantastic. Yeah. Now, there are several things you talk about. You talk about things as simple as just the terms of real estate that somebody needs to know. The ins and outs, the setting up an office to be successful. What we really want to talk about today, though, is kind of choosing the right real estate strategy. The one that's right for you.
Exactly.
So explain to us some of those strategies.
Yeah, so most people are familiar with the landlord strategy, buying a property and renting it out. And that's obviously a strategy that's great, works for a lot of people. There's another great strategy, which is fix and flipping. We get all excited about those when we see the TV shows about that. And that's another awesome strategy. But what a lot of people don't realize is that's not where real estate investing ends. There's really, there's an infinite number of ways to put things together, but there's 3 other core strategies. One is short sales, where you're taking individuals facing foreclosure that don't have any equity, no value in their property, don't have any options, and you're working with the bank to discount that property in a way that you can then make a profit. The second strategy is a strategy of owner financing, where you're taking people, once again, who maybe can't sell their property through a realtor because there's not enough money in it, but there's a little bit of money, and you can create a solution for them through what we call owner finance, or we call it a mortgage assignment arbitrage process. And then the last strategy that is effective also as well as you go out there and you're working on is in building your business. We say all good investors grow up to be lenders. And so is learning how to then use your money and put it to work for you. And so those are all very effective strategies for growing your real estate investing.
What I like about that is, we preach every week that there's not just one way to make money in real estate. Right. And people think, I know they still think this because they come up to me all the time, your show is about buying properties, fixing them up, and reselling them. Yeah. It's a great way to make money, no doubt about it. And we do have, and you guys do, teach people how to do that.
Right.
but there's so many different ways to make money in real estate.
Oh, yeah.
You know, now you talk about these strategies, but your program doesn't just list these strategies. You're going to go in and kind of teach people about each particular strategy so that they can kind of decide which one works best for them.
Yeah, I see so many people that suffer from what I call real estate schizophrenia, and they're here, and then they're there, and then they're here, and they're there. And we want to cure that by helping them assess what it is that they have, and really what they need to start with is what are their assets. Now, when we say the word assets, most people think of their money. And some people don't have the kind of money that they think is necessary for investing. But an asset is more than just your money. That is one aspect of your assets, but also your time. Maybe you're in a place where you're only working 30 hours a week, or you're a stay-at-home mom, or your spouse is providing the majority of the income you need to pay the bills, but it's not getting you ahead. So all of those things can create times. Or you're like me, and you're a full-time employed individual, but you know you don't want to be that all forever, and so you start to work towards building. And that's what I did, was took myself out of the job. So what is your time asset? What is your knowledge asset? Do you have some expertise in the title industry, in the mortgage industry, in the real estate industry? If not, then that's an area you need to improve. And then the last asset that we think is ultimately critical is the one that you were talking about earlier, is your team. And who do you know that can work with you and help you to put this business together? And as you take and look at those assets, you can start to discover which is the best strategy for you.
You know, I love this, again, because you basically provide these strategies and tell them what they are and teach them about each one, and then that person can kind of make their own decision.
Absolutely.
And I was just thinking while you were talking, you know, we're talking about, we've put together this package where they get all this information and they get to come to one of these free 3-day seminars that you hold for $99. And I was thinking, I took my son to the movies and out to eat last weekend and spent $100,
Sure.
you know, in an evening time. Yeah. And we're talking about $99 that could change people's lives.
Yeah, you created a memory there with your son. What if you could create a legacy for your son, or one of your viewers could take that same amount of money and create not just a memory, but a legacy for them?
Well, and I'm not saying not to take you wrong. We had a great
sure.
time.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, exactly.
And that's good. But I'm just thinking, my point was that people are, you know, $99, but my Lord, you know, my word, $99 with what all somebody gets with this, you know, with all this training that you're going to provide them. It's just amazing to me. And I know that for the people out there who are looking at this and saying we want to do this, the way to do it, we haven't mentioned that yet, is to go to the SIRETV.tv website, and we have a link there that will link you right to the Real Alliance, and you can pay your $99. You can download this stuff online, and then you guys will get in touch with them and set up when they want to come to the class. Right. And to be honest with you, some people may not be able to come to the class.
Sure.
Doesn't really matter. You're going to get $99 worth of value just in this program alone.
Absolutely.
I was looking at it the other day, Matt. I've looked at a lot of programs in my lifetime. There's nothing like this, you know. And you guys also have a lot of other things too, but we don't have the time to get into that. But I do want to get into the teamwork aspect that we talked about, and I want to do that on our next show, and really specialize on that, because it's something I'm really kind of pushing with people and letting them know that, you know, this is a team. I mean, in 15 seconds, what would you say to somebody in regards to that?
I'd say that many people think the greatest asset they have is their money or their real estate, and it's not. It's their team.
Exactly. And we're going to get into more of that, you know, next show, because you've got some fantastic personal stories to tell. I may throw in one or two there. Also, I think you're going to love it. But be sure, if you want to take advantage of this program, it is only for our viewers. Go to the SIRETV.tv, $99 for this complete program and the free admission to his seminar, and you can bring a guest. Again, Matt, thanks for being on the show.
Absolutely.
Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back to wrap it all up.
The SIRE TV program, brought to you in part by New Western, America's #1 source for investment properties. The Real Alliance, leading individuals to success through real estate investing.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. I want to thank our first guest, Ben Cowling, who represented our affiliation of private lenders across the country. We used to refer to these guys as hard money lenders. We've done that in past shows. I had a guy call me this week and say, you know, it's not hard money. has a bad connotation to it. We're private lenders. We want to loan money. We want to loan money on real estate. And it really is pretty easy money to get. It's probably the easiest money out there that you can find because they're going to be loaning off of the property and the value of the property. If you're watching this program on a local station in your particular local city or area, be sure to go to our website because we have a private lender in your area who specializes in your area. He knows your area. Go to our website. You'll have the information there. Be happy to provide that for you guys and help you in kind of this journey of being successful in real estate. Also, I want to state that be sure to watch the commercials that you see on this show because these are all companies that are kind of our preferred companies with us. They have something to do with real estate. They're also listed on our website. We have exclusive deals with these people in their areas because they're the best at what they do. And they will also help you in your area to achieve your goals in financial success in real estate. I also want to thank Matthew Elmer from the Real Alliance. He's put together a fantastic program and we have a fantastic offer for you. We're talking about this $99 for this program. You saw all the materials, hours upon hours of material of teaching and training programs, and then you get to go to one of their 3-day seminars, which can cost you anywhere from $200, $300, $400 on top of that. It's almost like it's too cheap. You know the old adage, you get what you pay for? It does not apply here. I promise you, it does not. This is a fantastic deal, and we've done this for you guys. We've done this for our viewers. We want you to be able to succeed, and we want to provide any tool that we can. So be sure to go to the website, SIRETV.tv. Find these vendors, these sponsors, these companies in your area that are going to help you. Use them. They're there to help you, again, to achieve your success in real estate. Be sure to be with us next week. We're going to have Matthew back on. We're going to be talking about teamwork and the importance of that. Okay? You do not want to miss that. We're also going to be talking about another way to make money in real estate for people who don't have time to go out there and find deals themselves. Full-time jobs, housewives, whatever. You need to check that out. Don't miss next week's show. But until next week, God bless and continued success.
Thank you for watching the SIRE TV program. For more information regarding the contents of this show, please visit our website at siretv.tv.